Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Cities Skylines series, Rothwell County. What we're going to do today is we're going to carry on with the commercial area with the leisure and tourism specialization. I really want to get this up and running and make this area look really nice and pretty. I might also start to create the transport center around this area because I want the harbour to be here. So I ideally want the harbour to be close to other forms of transport, like a railway connection, for instance, or for the tram that runs around here. But we'll have to see how far we actually get. I just D-zoned all this area because otherwise loads of shops are going to pop up that are just going to complain anyway. And I couldn't be bothered dealing with that. Now, since I put the last video out, I've had some feedback in some of the comments, and someone suggested maybe using Camp Nou or Old Trafford as a stadium. Not necessarily for this one, but if I ever wanted to do another stadium somewhere, then that might be an idea. So I got a Camp Nou asset. I have to say, I'm not overly fond of it. This is what it looks like. It's a really cool stadium and stuff. The asset's actually quite good, but I don't think it actually fits in, because I want this to be quite a modern city. I just don't think it's got the right aesthetic for it. So for now, I'm just going to stick with the one that I've got. And I also started looking for some statues that I could maybe have outside here, and the best that I could find was this one, which is kind of like it's like a Bronco statue, so that could potentially be like the team mascot, and I think that works quite well. Obviously I'd prefer it if these car park icons or sprays or whatever weren't there, but I think that fits it well. In fact, I'll just see if it looks better on this side. Yeah, I think I prefer it on the water side. So yeah, I'm gonna put it there. And I just quickly put in some trees on the rock thing. There we go. Just so this bit doesn't look too bland. So that's I like that little feature to go at the front of the stadium. I spent quite a lot of time on the asset store looking for things that I needed to continue. I downloaded this really good mod that lets you alter the shipping lanes. It took me a long time to actually find a mod that did this, and it's called something. It's got quite a obscure name. It's like Better Network Connections or something along those lines. So it's quite like a strange name for what it does, but it does work. I bet it looks like I'm going to have problems because of the bridge. Saying water required. Maybe because the bridge is... Does the bridge make it not classed as water or something? Maybe. We might get away with doing it there. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to the transport section, so I'll just delete all that for now. Alright, yeah. I also downloaded some, if I can find them, pedestrian pathways that you can actually zone on, that I thought would be really good for this area, because I don't like that there's so many roads. I'll just show you what the actual asset is. It's just like a pathway, but you can actually zone and put buildings on the side of it, which I think is really cool. And for like a shopping plaza, it makes sense. It's what you would expect to see, as opposed to like actual roads that you could drive down. So what I might do is I'm just going to get rid of all these roads and we'll just redo this a little bit. I might put some like tiny roads in that could act as like service roads or something, like down the backs of where the shops should go. I think that'll complete the aesthetic I'd have thought, but we'll just have to see. So yeah, I just want if I do that to there. I do not want traffic lights there. Oh. I don't think cars go up and down here. We'll have to see on that one. But what I'm just going to do is just make a little shopping plaza. Yeah, it goes around here. Like that. I'm going to do some... the connections look a bit strange. The asset doesn't really cover for them. Maybe it's better if I get rid of that one. And do that. That looks okay. And then I can always put in like another tram stop here so you can get straight onto this circuit. So I think I'm just going to repeat that kind of layout. Over here as well. Do this one, maybe not the same, maybe just like a row of shops behind, and then this one could just be another square, but maybe a smaller one. Oh, that's not on perfectly. Oh. Like so. Yeah, so now this is more like a proper actual shopping, and it's not an outlet. That's the word I'm looking for. Like a proper shopping outlet. You've got your main street, and then everywhere else is more of just pathways that you walk off. So I think that works. I'll fiddle with it as I go along, but I like the look of this. I have been trying to get some like shopping assets. There's not really many. Actually, this might work a treat in there. If I get rid of that. Yeah, that fits really nicely in there. And then obviously I'll zone everywhere around it, and that will hopefully make this look really, really nice. Yeah, so I've got assets such as a ice rink that I want to put in, and there's like a cinema asset and like a mega store asset that I want to get in there as well. So we'll just have to see how it all looks and like alter things based on how I think it's going. I've got like a cinema in the complex somewhere. If I put that on the main junction, so it's a nice centerpiece. Now let me try and think where that ice rink is. What's this? Friendly neighborhood park. I might put one of those in. So I've got some more cinemas stuff here. Maybe that'd be overkill. What's this? That's another cinema. It looks a bit... Oh, it's got a Star Wars on it. That's pretty cool. Because I've already got the cinema there, I don't think I need that. What was there? A museum. No, this is going to be a shopping zone. We don't really want a museum. And that's another stadium. We don't need that. I'm trying to think where the ice rink was. Maybe it was in parks. It makes sense that it would be in parks. What's this? A musical theatre, that might be a nice addition. Maybe have that on the opposite corner. So you kind of got the cinema and the theatre. It needs a nice big focal points. What other assets do we have? Small parking lot. What's this? It's another car. I mean, we could use a car park somewhere. In fact, no. No, I'm not going to have a car park because there's a stadium car park, which I think is enough car parks for the area. Let's carry on having a look. What's this? Jardiland. Gardening and DIY retailer. That's quite a cool little building. Yeah, I'm happy to have that in. That's the ice rink. I quite like this to fit similar to the fountain in one of the squares. It might be a bit big for like it to fit perfectly. I'm gonna put that in this square instead, just because this one already has this building in, so this one now needs a focal point. It's gonna bug me that that's not perfectly symmetrical, so let's just alter that. I think, is that right? No, that isn't right. Just a little bit more of a gap, so I think it was maybe there. Yeah, that's about right. And then if I could have a walkway directly behind it like that. Cool. Just check if there's any more. I can't think that there will be. I might actually put some of the spiral car parks in, because they're like quite hidden and out of the way, so that doesn't bug me too much. Just maybe put one on each side of the place. Oh, I don't think the walkways would actually trigger traffic lights, so I just need to change that. There we go. Oh, achoo! Oh, that's me. Sorry about that. I've got a bit of a cut. It's starting to become really nice weather where I am, and now is when I get a cold. It's very typical. Quite annoying, really. I've never really looked at these canal things. I just want to see what they look like. Yeah, obviously you can't really use that, because it makes no sense to be here, but they're quite nice little assets as well. I'll just quickly check if there's anything more I can put in. Doesn't look like it. I don't think these would fit if I put maybe some tennis courts next to the ice rink. And this could be like the chill out area where the like restaurants and stuff go, and like this is where you drop off the kids before you leave, maybe. Oh, we've got people playing. Yeah, maybe not. Actually, I'll fill this in with shops instead. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, I'd say. So obviously this will all get filled in when I make a connection. And talking of the connection, I think I'll... should I make the connection now? I think I probably should. So what I was thinking was having, because I want the harbour to be in here. Obviously I need to get the ship line working. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'll pause the video, I'll try and get the shipping line to where it needs to be, and then I'll come back and we'll carry on. Welcome back. I finally managed to do it. I had to do some messing about with deleting the bridge and running it over. I'm not quite sure what the problem was, but it was a bit annoying. So yeah, we're ready to get started on putting in the harbour now. So I really want to put it on this corner, like right in the depth of the bay. Let's just make sure that it's alright. Yeah, it connects and everything, that's good. So I want to get like this. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly where I want it. So I need to add these back in, don't I? Or as far as they will go. That will do. And what I'm thinking of doing is having a huge roundabout. Maybe a 6-lane. Like around here. And this will like, if I do it 10 by 10. Yeah, and each junction will either lead to a different district or have maybe a different like function. So for example, I'll have one that is just for the harbour, and then one that goes this way into the leisure district, and then another one that comes over here to the tourism district, and obviously the one that follows the main road into the main town. So that's what I think I'm going to do for this bit. I'm just going to make that so it's not completely against the line anymore. So it can leave a bit of a gap for the harbour, really, that's all I'm wanting. Delete some of that. Probably best in a free form. Like that. Because it's a roundabout. It's not an overly complex one, don't need traffic lights, they'll be flowing one direction. For the harbour, don't want things to get too busy, so I think maybe that will have its own junction as well. I'm a bit worried about how close these junctions actually are to each other around here, because traffic does slow down when they get to them. So I'll just have to keep an eye on that, I think, just to make sure everything's okay. Anyway, so the main connection I'd quite like is, well, I want a train station somewhere, so I'm going to be around here, and then that can connect to the line that I've got coming from the suburban town. And also, I could quite happily make this roundabout at the end of the highway that comes through. I think that would be fine, and it'd be a good way to like send out all the traffic where it needs to go and stuff. So eventually I'd make like another rung off here. So that's the plan. I found this. I'll show you the asset that I found. It's a huge train station. It's absolutely massive. It came up. I think it was this week. It just popped up on the asset store. It's this one. Hold on, I'll plunk it down over there. Look how big it is. It's absolutely huge. I really like it though. It's like, I really like how modern it looks, and it's got like 6 lines or something ridiculous. So I think this is the one that I really want to use. I'm just a bit worried about the terraforming, if I'm honest. I might need to like smoothen out an area, put it on, and then like gradually raise it. So I think, I mean, it looked alright where it was. I just need to make the terrain around it a bit more suitable for it. So if that's smooth, isn't it? Yeah. I make a broader brush so it's more of a natural. I don't want it too steep. It's still quite a steep hill actually. So if I make it a slope from here, hopefully that won't be too bad. And that's the smooth tool. Now let's see if the train looks any better. Yeah, that looks better, I think. I can just smooth out that area. I think the actual train line is they're all like underground. And what I can do now that I've actually placed it down, I don't know if you can see, it's got a road here. So I'll use that as the connection to the roundabout, I think. But yeah. Let me just find the actual track. So yeah, the tracks are all below ground. So I'd probably bring that up around there. And then bring that round to here. I don't need to do that yet though. There's no point in connecting it up now, it wouldn't get many customers. So I'll just get rid of that. But yeah, I really like the asset. I think the asset is spectacular. So I'm gonna carry on using it. And I just want it to connect up to the roundabout. What I might actually do is make a full loop around the train station, so they can actually decide which way they want to get to the station, and then just a little road like that. In fact, that might be better being a one-way road that like loops all the way around. So if I just... Oh, it changed the terrain. It's a bit strange. Don't know why that would change it, but oh, there we go. Yeah, so now it's a nice one way. It goes all the way around, so I should get a nice smooth traffic flow. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that. Now, I also want the tram to connect around the train station. Or do I? I think I do. I quite like, but then I don't know, maybe a subway system is better. I'm not sure if this actually has an underground. I don't think it does. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make. I'm gonna start the subway. This city is gonna have every form of transport feasible, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, we definitely want to stop by the harbour. Then right in the centre there. I quite like the idea that all visitors that come to the stadium arrive by the tram, so they come above ground and see it that way. So I'm only going to have the station there, and then they hop on the tram, and then they'll get to the station like that. I just need to quickly connect up the tunnels. Slope too steep. Oh, it's because of this. So I'll delete that and I'll have to go down another level, I think. So it's a bit strange, but oh well. Then just connect that one up to the main one there. Obviously this will be expanded on, so I'll probably have, I mean I could put this in now actually. one that goes under, and what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna leave it there for now, and then I'll sort out the stations for the downtown area a little bit later on. Might as well make the other branch. Because people from the harbour also want to go straight to downtown, so it'd be nice if they could get a line that does that directly instead of having to go up to that station and going back down. So we're starting to get some transport in. If I do the highway as well, what I might do for the highway, because I quite like to build on this area without a huge chunk going through, so I might make a tunnel. This is highway. I want. That is the right one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one I want. So it gets a bit hilly over here, so this is where I'll start it. How does that look? It doesn't quite look right to me. Oh, I'm already down. I think I might leave the highway for this episode. Yeah, I'll fill that in between the episodes, I think. It's not very interesting to watch me just tunneling under there. Quickly before I go, I'm just gonna spruce this up a little bit. Just I'll make some paths. Oh, I don't want to be underground. I didn't even know you could do underground paths. That's pretty cool. Just spruce up the centre roundabout. And then some trees. The odd rock or two. What's that? An ancient cemetery. That's a cool asset. I didn't know that was there. That might look good in the old town, actually. Throw in some rocks and stuff. Ooh, I like the big rock. I don't need to delete the path. Can I fit it in? I'll tell you what, I'll redo that path. Because I like the big rock. Look at that. Was it in here? No, pathways are in here. I'm still so used to the old layout. I always forget where things are. So yeah, there's a nice little roundabout for the entrance. Yeah, so once I get that highway connected up, I'll then fill in all the commercial area here, and hopefully this will start to look really nice. I know it looks a bit bland at the minute, and you can't really get the idea of what it's going to look like, but hopefully by next episode I will have something to show here. I realise this episode hasn't really contained too much, but I'm starting to get a really good framework now. So, and now we've got our transport sorted as well, and we've started out on the subway line, and we've got the trams over here, and we just need to connect up the railway, and we've got the harbour in, so the tourism's going to be spot on. One last thing I might quickly do is I want a pathway from here to here, just so that Sims coming out can go straight to the train station there, the underground, sorry. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there for today. So thank you very much for watching this. Keep the feedback coming. It was really useful to get another opinion on what people wanted to see. So I encourage all of that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.